Welcome back. We're not back at the regular one, though. This is still a super cash episode.
Ultra casual.
Of Mile High Game Guys.
A board gaming podcast.
I'm Zach.
I'm Jeff.
And no one else is here. It's just us.
And the cat.
And the cat, yes. Echo was by you, but I guess she is
not by
microphone shy and then immediately left.
Started talking, and then she's like, nah, I'm out.
Or more than likely, she saw the moving cords and is like, I have got to get me some of that.
At least what she can pull off the desk isn't expensive nor heavy.
Correct.
And by Jurassic Park logic, that means useless.
Yes.
So we're just doing a casual episode. We've got our portable recorder. It's the thing that we recorded all the Gen Con stuff off of, and we're just going to chat about the last week. Studio under construction.
Adrian couldn't be bothered. I'm sure he had a real excuse, but I'm going to say he was just like, fuck you guys.
I think he's currently working on electrical systems in our new studio.
Yeah.
So
like an asshole.
Yeah, like literally as we record this.
Yes.
Fun fact, one of the outlets doesn't work.
Fun fact, like a whole half of that side of the house doesn't work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Home ownership.
Yeah.
Hooray. So we're just going to chit-chat about some stuff. Nothing too special, just casual.
What we've been playing.
Maybe
mention some other things off the cuff.
Yeah, some stuff.
Like Clank Legacy.
Like Clank Legacy. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Listen in later for how much it costs. You won't believe. So how'd your post Gen Con recovery go?
It went well.
Yeah.
Wes got sick.
Yeah.
I got sick, but not that sick.
And I'm fine.
You're fine. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how that happened.
Well, no, it's just my tonsils got infected again. So
at least it wasn't your eyeball.
That's true. That's only happened 3 times.
Yeah.
So every time I feel like my face even a little bit just like tight or anything like that, I'm like, oh God, is it going to swell up again? But it hasn't done it yet. So we'll see. But once I get health insurance, I'm going to be like, hey, let's, these tonsils in my mouth, let's, ixnay on them.
Yeah. What did we record? Like last Tuesday?
Yes.
And then we did the game night.
Mm-hmm.
But more important than the Wednesday game night, we're going to go into the future.
Yes.
The future, Conan, to the year 2000. Or also known as we went and saw Hobbs and Shaw on Thursday.
Fast and Furious presents
Hobbs
and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw. We went and saw the Alamo, as is tradition.
In the big show.
Yes. We all have Alamo passes at this point, so it was
more often than not, it's like, hey, you guys want to see this? Sure.
And then we all pay our $1.64 except you, and go see it.
Yep.
I have never seen a Fast and Furious movie. You had watched all of them before.
Like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And Thursday.
They're not short movies.
No. There are 8 movies before this one, and very consistent names. The Fast and the Furious.
Yes.
Too Fast, Too Furious. The Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift. Fast and Furious. Fast 5. Furious 6. Furious 7. Or Fast and Furious 7. And then Fate of the Furious.
Yes.
And that's not Fate. That's Fate.
Yes. And they are all either sequels or prequels to each other in some fashion. Both in the same movie.
Yes. So if now we're getting deep into Fast and Furious lore. I know this is what people come to us, a board gaming podcast, for.
I mean, I do.
Yes. So you have Fast and Furious sets up the whole thing, and then Too Fast, Too Furious has... So Fast and Furious has Toretto, Vin Diesel, and Paul Walker. I'm just going to use their actor names.
Yes.
Because if I remember...
If you tell me their character names, I will not know who you're talking about.
But then Vin Diesel passed on the sequel.
I could barely tell you who Hobbs or Shaw is off the top of my head right now.
That's fine. But yeah, that had Paul Walker and Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel passed on the sequel, and so it was Paul Walker and Therese Gibson in Too Fast, Too Furious. They moved from California to Miami.
Okay.
And then
everyone thought, this series is dead.
Yes, and so they tried to do a semi-reboot of Tokyo Drift, which starred the kid from Sling Blade.
Sling Blade.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure you don't know what that is, do you?
My dad's favorite movie.
Okay.
That I have not seen.
All right. Well, he's the person that isn't Billy Bob Thornton in that movie.
Gotcha.
And it introduces a character named Han, who's like a fan favorite.
Yes, he is.
But then he dies at the end of it.
Great.
Yeah. I said we're getting deep into Fast and Furious lore, so you expect spoilers, I guess.
From the last, this series of 9 movies.
Exactly. And then so Fast and Furious.
The fourth one.
This is the fourth one.
Also the worst one?
For me, yes,
Okay.
because in a movie about cars, you know what I like? A lot of CG. But this brought back Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, and then Han made a little appearance in there, which meant that this took place chronologically before Tokyo Drift.
Aha.
And so he shows up again in Fast 5, which also introduced The Rock.
Okay.
As which one? Come on, I believe in you.
Shaw?
No.
Hobbs.
Okay.
Sweaty Hobbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you, one of their names is Deckard Shaw. Do you think that that's going to be The Rock? Or do you think it's going to be the British guy?
Okay. All right. That's his first name. Whatever.
Yeah.
What's the other guy's first name? I have no idea what his other is.
Luke Hobbs?
Luke Hobbs?
I don't remember.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You're right. But you know what? Yeah, then introduced The Rock, and that also they switched from dealing with car culture, and now it's just sort of heists involving cars, and it becomes a lot. There was a lot of practical effects, and then this one includes 2 muscle-bound cars, 2 muscle cars,
Muscle bound.
pulling a safe through the streets of I think it was Rio.
The Brazil.
Yes, but it was great. It's my favorite one.
Okay.
And then Furious 6 is next. Han is also in this. Mm-hmm. And this introduced Owen Shaw, who is
His brother?
yeah. So he's basically like a turned secret agent sort of stuff.
MI6.
Ish. He's just more like a military thing for hire, but like a bad guy. And then
Some would say a mercenary.
yes. Also, I forgot Gal Gadot is in this too. It was her
first
Wonder Woman
big thing.
Yeah, her first big thing, but she dies in this one. And then
Ooh.
yeah.
Spoilers.
I already said spoilers are going to happen. And then Owen Shaw goes and,
I don't care who lives or
I
dies.
know. How nihilist of you.
Yeah.
But then Owen Shaw gets put in a coma, and then at the end of the movie, Han goes back to Tokyo, and then you see the car that crashed and then ended up killing Han, and then fucking Jason Statham walks out of the car and is calling Dom, and he's just like, Toretto, you don't know who I am, but you're gonna.
Okay.
And so it shows that he retroactively killed Han, even though obviously that wasn't part of the plan.
Jason Statham did not actually kill Han back in the day.
No, it was just a car.
It was just a car.
Nope. And so 7 was dealing with Deckard Shaw coming and trying to kill them.
Okay. So this only has like a 1 movie barrier in between him being a bad guy and now being a good guy.
Yeah. Because at 8...
the end of 8, some would say.
Well, yes. And 8... and also in 7, that's when Paul Walker died. And so...
IRL.
Yes. And so his character literally drives off into a sunset.
Yes. Or his brother driving a car with his CG face on.
Yes, more or less.
Yeah.
But in 8, Vin Diesel turns bad because it turns out he has a son that he didn't know that... what's her name?
Evil Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Gal Gadot? I don't know.
No. No. From Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, Charlize Theron?
Yeah. Yes.
Charlize?
Yes. Her.
Whatever.
Yeah. She is holding his son hostage, so Vin Diesel goes bad, and then so they end up having to recruit Deckard Shaw to get his son back, basically.
From the diplomatic corps security or whatever.
No, that was diplomatic security service.
Diplomatic
and
security
that is who Hobbs is with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Deckard Hobbs.
Yes, but they end up. Vin Diesel turns good again, but he ends up getting Deckard Shaw and Owen Shaw to fly on like one person jetpack thing up into a plane that just stays up in the air forever.
Okay.
Yeah, a la Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No maintenance required.
Yeah.
They can replace that engine. They just drop it off and put another one on.
Exactly. Yes. But they fly up there and they end up getting Vin Diesel's baby, and then that's where like, oh, they're cool. And then yeah, more or less. And then Hobbs and Shaw is them getting put together to try and stop a guy whose literal first words are, some people are pointing guns at him and they go, "Who are you?" And he just goes, "Bad guy."
Yep. I'm the bad guy.
Yes.
He and self-proclaimed Black Superman.
Yes.
And that's what he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. With his Decepticon motorcycle that he drove through the streets of London.
Yes, he did.
Every time that thing transformed, I was just, it needed to be the actual Transformers sound. Because that's what it was doing.
Yeah, right.
I'm surprised it didn't turn into a mech and start talking.
Yes.
That's they got to save something for the sequel.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Hobbs and Shaw 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, man. So now that we've gotten to Hobbs and Shaw.
Yes.
The furthest canonically movie. I went and saw this movie having seen no other Fast and Furious, and I feel I missed nothing.
Yeah, no, 100%.
At all.
No, I pretty much knew going in that I wasn't going to miss anything. The only thing that was good was seeing Fate of the Furious let me get some of the banter between Shaw and Hobbs.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. If the movie is going to be this, I'm in for it.
Yes.
And it was that.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds was just, as the pitch meeting.
Yes.
Pitch meeting put, straight up Deadpool.
Yeah.
Because that's what he was.
CIA Deadpool.
CIA Deadpool. Just straight up Ryan Reynolds humor, which was just basically Deadpool.
It's fucking spoiled Game of Thrones.
In the end credits scene there, they just went full on Game of Thrones spoilers.
Yeah.
For like the last episode. Which I'm not, like, we saw it on a Thursday. From what the reading I had done, that was supposed to be like the end post-credit scene, but that one was like the first post-credit scene before any of the other stuff.
I don't know. They might have ended up switching it up, or depending on the theater.
It seems like sometimes those things change. But yeah. But it was funny. Apparently, he stabbed someone in the chest with a brick in that scene, which is one of his bit of Deadpool banter earlier in the movie.
Yeah.
The Rock has full-on cheat day pancakes put in front of him.
Oh, yeah.
If anyone's seen The Rock's cheat day, and I think there's some videos of it, I would highly recommend. There is a reference to that in the movie, and I thought it was very funny. Yeah. It was a stack of pancakes about 2 feet tall.
And he was like, oh, yeah.
It's cheat day, huh?
Yeah. Favorite thing, some of my favorite things. This is a big old dumb action movie.
Yes.
But a big old dumb fun action movie.
Yeah, a good big dumb action movie.
Yes.
A la Face Off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of the dumb things, including a sister who is 20 years younger than him, that somehow they grew up together.
If you happen to know how old either of them were in real life.
Yes.
The Judy, what's their the lady in jail is the only reference I really didn't understand.
Oh, that's just the mom.
The mom. What's the actress's name? Judy Dench?
No. It's the
that's Mary Poppins, right? Yeah.
No, that's not Mary Poppins. But Judy Dench is in James Bond.
Oh, okay.
She was M or yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know the Oscar award-winning actress who's older that everyone thinks is still really hot.
Yeah, I feel like it's crossed that point now, but I know 10 years ago there were like pictures of her in like a bikini, and people were like, "Jesus Christ,
she's like 65."
I'm definitely not looking it up right now. That's 100% not what I'm doing.
Just silence.
I just remember off the top of my head that it was Helen Mirren.
Yes, Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
Yes, and Helen Mirren was their mom.
Yes.
So she must have had them when she was 50.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And those parts, I mean, it felt like different movies all throughout, like when they did like the flashbacks to their little heist ideas when they were kids, but then it was also just crazy batshit sci-fi, and then there's some like evil villain that you don't know who it is. Mm-hmm. It's just going to be...
Though people have ideas.
Yes. It's just going to be Robot Han. He's the bad guy now.
Yeah, right?
Yes. He made
Some people are like, haha, they have an out for him because he was supposed to die, and then they brought him back, and then they're like, because people also like when this was announced and stuff like that, there was a hashtag justice for Han.
Well, maybe they're leading up to where Han was the bad guy all the time.
Yeah, we'll see.
And Shaw did everyone a favor by killing him. I was confident in that sentence.
The Rock got his Captain America moment of holding a helicopter with his biceps.
With a chain.
With a chain.
Just holding onto the car with a helicopter on the other end.
Which was connected to 4 cars.
Yes.
That were somehow, they're using the traction to keep the helicopter from flying.
Well, it's supposed to be the weight.
And the weight, too.
Yes.
Well, no, I mean specifically when they are turning around that corner.
Oh, yeah. There's only 2 front wheels left. They hit the nitrous.
Yeah.
Pure 100% traction.
Yes. And then, as soon as they all land on the ground, like, they showed them connecting the hooks via ways that would not immediately come off.
Very lucky throws is actually what happened.
And not just 2, but then it just locks. And then as soon as the cars land, they immediately disengage.
Yes. Yes.
Like the chains were just never there.
Nope. You pointed out there was another wrestler in the movie. I think it's like a distant cousin of The Rock's. I can't remember his name.
It's Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
He had cancer very recently. I think he's recovering.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
But he was getting pushed by the WWE to be like the new Rock, the new number one.
And everybody just hated him, right?
The fans were like, no, you are making this happen. You're trying to make this happen. It's not going to happen. Everyone was like booing him like all the time. Like no one wanted him to be like, he wasn't like a fan favorite.
Right.
And then they were like, this is your new number one guy. And then they're like, nah, I don't really like him. Why not? It's because you're telling me he is. But he swung an axe made out of a gear or something at one point.
Yes, he did.
Because they used their technology against them in the island of Samoa.
Yeah.
When you thought the movie was going to end.
And then the movie's like, no, we're going to do this for like 30 more minutes.
Yes. All of the bad guys use gloves with...
Oh, they had hackable guns. So
hackable glove guns.
Yep. So they were
you could just put on the glove and you could fire any of their weapons.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a hand thing
no.
or a gun thing.
No.
It was a glove thing.
Yep. And they're like, let's just hack this. And the guns can't work. Now we're going to attack them with sticks.
And it works. Until it comes back later and they're like, oh, they're all on their knees. They lost.
Yeah.
But everyone else showed up. It's fine now.
Yeah. And then Hobbs and Shaw learned the power of teamwork in order to defeat
Black Superman.
Brixton, I think that was his name.
Sure.
Yeah. Because
and his robot spine.
Yeah, because he had live fight analytics that'd be like it couldn't handle more than one person.
No. No eyes in the back of his head.
No.
The analytics did not inform him of anything that was not what he could see. Everyone had basically superpowers in this movie.
Yeah.
So it was basically like a superhero movie.
Yes. But with a lot more testosterone.
Yeah. Like when the Rock hit someone, they flew like 12 feet away.
Yeah.
It's like they should be dead.
Yeah.
But they weren't. So that's Fast and Furious.
Yeah. That talked about that a lot longer than I was expecting us to.
That was like
20 minutes? 15? 2.
15 minutes of Fast and Furious. You're welcome, Internet.
15 fast, 15 furious.
They're not far from that being a thing.
Yes.
So that's what we did Thursday.
Yeah. And when we were walking by, they were watching Back to the Future.
Yes, their free like Thursday showing thing.
Yeah.
Like every 2 weeks?
No, it's every week.
Is it every week?
Yeah.
Okay. They're showing Back to the Future.
Yep. But the picture was pretty good. The sound was better than I was expecting. So like even when we were at the end of the theater, you could still hear it fine. So that's good.
Yeah. They look good.
Yeah.
It wasn't your bright, crisp.
Yeah.
It was still like an outdoor projector.
Yep. On a screen we're still out or light outside. So
yeah. But yeah, it was good. It looked cool. I look forward to seeing the Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
And sneaking in alcohol. Yeah. So games?
Yeah. I can't think. I'm trying to think if I did anything else. No, I didn't do anything else. Okay, games it is.
Games it is. Did you do bottomless sushi?
Oh, I did do... Oh, okay, yeah. So before that, on Saturday night, I went to a friend's place and they were trying out some barbecue recipes. So really, they were just doing barbecue for some people. And I probably had like almost an entire rack of ribs.
Wow.
And then some very good pork belly burnt ends.
Uh-huh.
But I was like full. And so when I woke up Sunday morning, I was like, oh, am I going to be okay for sushi?
Yeah.
Which luckily you can make room for sushi. Usually it sort of like falls in place.
Digestion, I think it's called.
Well, yes. But by the end, or when I went to bottomless sushi, I was like, okay, I can actually eat some stuff.
Okay.
But then that was it for the day. I was full afterwards.
I passed on bottomless sushi for the sole purpose of I didn't feel like feeling like I had eaten bottomless sushi.
Yeah. Wasn't any hangover related thing or anything?
I wasn't too hungover.
Okay.
No, it wasn't too bad. We watched Mandy.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
And
Mandy's still great.
and Ant said it was better than he thought it would be. So
Yeah. It's a good movie.
yeah, still haven't seen it.
Highly recommend.
Yeah. Well, you know what I highly recommend? Both the Raid movies.
Yeah.
So now games.
Now games.
So one of the first things I did on Wednesday night was Paul brought out his copy of Klask 4-player.
Klask 4-player shipped all the way across the country.
Yeah, right?
From the wide world of Denmark. Brought here to then go to Denver.
Yeah.
They're brought to Indianapolis to then get shipped again to Denver.
We spared no expense.
No. It is heavy, which means it was expensive.
Yes. But anyway, we played one game of it wrong, obviously.
What'd you do wrong?
We didn't know how the scoring worked, and so we were like first person to 5.
Oh, it goes down.
Yeah, it goes
Start
down.
at 5. Yeah.
Well, no, we knew that. Sorry, we knew that, but we didn't know. Is it like the last person remaining, but it's not. It's whenever someone gets down to 0, whoever has the most points wins.
Gotcha. Is there any tiebreaker?
We came up with one.
Gotcha. Don't have equal points when the last person goes out.
Exactly.
When the first person goes out.
Yeah.
That's your tiebreaker.
Yeah, so it's a lot more chaotic than
I'm sure.
Yeah, than 2-player, but it does bring an interesting strategy in that if you are low in, like if you're, say I have 4 points, Adrian has 2, and Paul has 1, and you have 5, my goal is to make sure that Adrian and Paul don't get scored on, that you get scored on, because I want to be higher up than you.
Aha.
So now I'm going to be targeting you and not aiming it towards them. And like nobody except for you would want to aim towards Paul because he only had 1 point. And so it brings in this interesting dynamic of who you're trying to target.
Okay.
Yeah. I played like 20 games of it.
Wow.
I lost all but 2.
Oh.
I will say this, in pretty much every game, like, and this is like in FPSs and all that stuff, my kill to death ratio, or the points given to points taken, is never that much higher than 1. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll do well, but I would always be at like 3 or 2 points. You know what I did like 4 times? I got to 1 point super early, and then I didn't get scored on again until everybody else had 1 point.
Wow.
So I was like, that should be a victory for me.
Yeah.
It's an empirical, like a...
Pyrrhic victory?
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's fun. I definitely like it. I'm glad Paul got it.
Yeah.
It looks like they upped the magnets on the little white things, so now it's harder to flick them.
Stronger.
Yeah. The 2-player ones I saw at Gen Con, though, those were a lot rounded, and those you could not flick away.
Ah.
These you can a little bit, but it's hard to do.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, apparently in the rules, it now specifically says you cannot flick them.
You're not.
And you also cannot purposely try and knock them off of you,
yeah.
like as a soul move. Like if I hit something and it goes off, that's fine, but I can't just like bang it against the wall to have one pop off.
I think they do actually like competitive Klask,
yes.
and they probably made those rules due to that.
Yeah, seriously.
Speaking of kill death ratios, I spent all day Sunday playing Apex Legends. Did pretty well.
Nice.
I played ranked all day and then got to like silver 3, I think. So,
Cool.
That's where the ranking, you have to actually spend like your rank points to get into a match.
Okay.
So if you go in and just drop on Skulltown and just immediately die, you actually go -1 point. So you start losing rankings.
Oh, wow.
So you actually have to be smart and not just go in there and try and,
Unless you're actually really good.
yeah, unless you're really good.
Then just have at it.
But there's a ton of like daily challenges, weekly challenges for the like battle pass. And I just was kind of having fun playing different dudes and dropping different places to get different challenges.
Nice.
So, kill death ratio way up.
There you go.
Yeah.
So after I played that, I played a game called Imhotep, which is...
the Estates, but Egyptian themed?
No, but close. This one is a game where you're basically hauling like marble blocks, which they're big wooden blocks, which work well for them being marble blocks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're hauling them from like your quarry onto these boats, and then the boats you will sail them to like the market
to get you some.
Yes. You sell them to the market to get like these cards, or you can put them onto the pyramid to try and get points, or you're putting them in a burial chamber to get points at the end of the game, or this other row that you just get points at the end of each round. And like on your turn, you can either move get 3 blocks from your quarry and put them on your little sled thing, or you can move 1 block from your sled onto one of the boats, or if the boats have the minimum amount of blocks on there, move the boat to one of those ports. But you don't have to move your own boat; you can move someone else's. And so it becomes a thing of like you're trying to stack them up in certain places to get good points, but you're trying to like sending people to spots where they're not going to be, So you're trying to play your opponent some. And after 7 rounds, the game is over, and then you count out points. It was pretty good. I liked it enough. People did very different strategies, and so I think I ended up in second. And the person who ended up winning, some of the cards you can get are statues, which are basically like a set collection. As you get more of them, they're worth more points. And she got, I want to say 5 or 6 of them, and got like 20 points that shot above everybody else. And so, whereas like I was trying to get points in the burial chamber and in the pyramid, and some other people were trying to get them up on the obelisks. And
is it 6 rounds?
7.
7 rounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was pretty light, but there was some decisions to make. So it played fairly quickly, and like I said, I thought the wooden blocks worked well for that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously...
It's fairly well regarded.
Yeah.
Number 68 in family.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's what I played. And then
Cribbage.
Yeah. Well, I'll get to that later. But you showed up right around then, right?
Yeah. After the Imhotep.
Yeah.
And I wondered if you were done playing the Estates. Mm-hmm. So everyone was in the middle of the game, so I just sort of hung around for a little while. And then broke out the new games that I had gotten from Gen Con. We started with Cartographer, which is a
role player tale.
Role player tale.
Yeah.
They have a couple of them now.
Yes.
But it's, I don't know what it actually has to do with role player in any way, shape, or form, except that it has
it's just
some
in
cards.
the quote unquote universe of it, I guess.
And it does come with like a card for role player and whatever.
Pretty much.
And the skill cards from that little mini expansion I got with it are look exactly like the skill cards from role player.
Yes.
So it's a flip and fill. It takes place over 4 seasons. You have your board. It's got a couple mountain spaces on there. It's got some ruin spaces on there. The only thing that starts filled in on the board is just the mountain spaces. You can't cover those.
Yep.
Then there's the ruin spaces that there will be special cards in there that if you get a ruins, you flip over the next card, and then that card has to touch any of the ruin spaces. And it's not a game about touching your last filled spot or filling your whole board, because there's 4 scorecards in the center that score similarly to if you've ever played Isle of Skye. Yep. You do like an AB, a BC, a CD, and then a DA over the 4 seasons that get like, it's like 8. Each of the flip and fill cards has a number on there. When you equal to or greater than the season number, it's like 8876 for spring, summer, fall, winter. You then reshuffle the deck, add a new adversary card in there, and then go again. Well, you score and then go to the next round. But it's more about getting efficient use of your cards to score whatever's going to be scoring that next round.
Yeah. Well, because each of the cards that come out have like 2 choices for you to make.
Yeah, there's 6 different terrain types. It's like farmland, rivers, forests,
houses,
like villages. Yeah.
And then monsters, and then there's one other one.
The mountains count as a terrain type. But it'll be scoring like have a cluster of villages touch 3 different terrain types.
Yeah.
Or get a point per farm touching river, and for every river touching a farm. One of the things that I liked is that there's like different monster assaults that happen that are different shapes that you then pass your sheet to the left or right to the player next to you, and they write the monster assault piece on your board, and you get negative points for every empty space orthogonally adjacent to those monster assaults.
Yep.
So you want to screw over the other person as much as possible.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And then there's 2 different shapes on the cards, and then there's often 2 different types of terrain. So you have choices of what you can do.
Yep.
Some are smaller / less like board filling or efficient than others, but you get a gold coin for doing that. With gold coins, those just get you extra points at the end of every turn. And then what I mentioned earlier, there's like skill cards that you can actually spend those coins and use special powers.
Right.
Some of them are free, some of them cost 3, etc. I liked it. Played the 1 round. It'd be more fun with more people.
Yes, definitely.
Just because the monster assault things will sort of change, I guess, based on that, because we were just passing back and forth between each other. But it's a little lenient on, like, if you can't fill, you just get like a free 1 space, but that free 1 space can be really useful, or just be like, man, I wish I could fill more and get like a better like score.
Yeah, definitely.
And then there is like a wild in there that we never even saw.
No, we didn't.
Because I think you counted there's only 13 different terrain cards.
Something
in there.
like that. Yeah, less than I was expecting.
Yeah, but you shuffle them at the end of every season, so you're seeing kind of all the same ones.
Yeah, we saw like half the ones we saw were this, like we'd seen them like 2 or 3 times over the game. I
blame your shuffling.
I accept that.
Yep. But yeah, I look forward to playing more of that one. It's my first purchased roll and write / flip and fill for a genre that I've been enjoying greatly, and now I've chosen.
You've chosen this one.
Yeah, and it's pretty okay so far, and it comes with a huge pad of maps,
double-sided too,
and they're double-sided. The other side we haven't played yet, but it starts with kind of like a center filled in area. It's supposed to be like a gulch or ravine or something like that. I think it was wasteland.
Wasteland sounds right.
Yeah, so it's like a core area in the center that is already filled in, so you don't have that all to build out of.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, Cartographer was fun. Then we went on to Silver, which is listed on BGG as like Cabo 2nd edition.
I mean, it's basically that
re-implements
which
Cabo.
is true, because it's more or less that game, but with more powers.
Yeah, and that's all it was.
Yeah.
You start with 5 cards instead of 4. All the cards have powers. The 13 has special, an interesting power. It's the highest card, but it can count as any other number for when you're discarding duplicates, replacing duplicates, exchanging duplicates.
There you go.
And then a lot of cards have, if it's face up in your town, they'll have powers. Ones like you put the top card of the deck off to the side. Now you can draw off the top, or now you have a face up option.
Yep.
But the face up option never really changes, so if no one ever wants it, it just sits there. Other ones are like, instead of just only drawing one card off the top of the deck, you can draw two and choose. The other one goes back on top. Searching through the discard and taking a card, like a whole, and usually the higher number the card, the more powerful it is.
Yes.
And it doesn't play until someone just gets 100. It just plays 4 rounds, and then the person with the lowest score wins. There's a couple more rules of, like, if you called silver, because the theme of this is werewolf, and it's not about getting as close to the unicorn of Cabo as possible. It is about getting as few werewolves in your town as possible.
Yes.
So many of us ending with 18 or so werewolves in our town at the end.
It's not good.
No, it's not great. And very, like, dark gray on black is the word amulet.
Yeah.
So this game is called Silver on the BGG listing, but really on the box name it's called Silver Amulet, because they're going to be coming out with Silver Bullet later, which, with how the insert's laid out, I bet it's just going to be, here's cards with different powers for different numbers that you can swap out. So much so that underneath the insert, there was actually a new number 12 card already in there.
Oh, okay.
Because it does have a nice insert for sleeved or non-sleeved. If it's non-sleeved, this box is way too fucking big.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a deck of cards, a score sheet. That's it. Like,
yeah.
You don't need a box this big.
And especially if you're not going to have additional numbers to switch out, you can just keep them all by themselves.
Yeah.
Or all together, rather.
Imagine any of the tiny Epic games at two of those boxes on top of each other. That's how big the silver box is.
Yeah. It's a lot bigger than you'd expect.
No, it is not the nice, like, card box that Cabo comes in. Overall, I still prefer Cabo, but I like some of the changes they did make. I mean, it gets a little too complicated with how many powers and stuff there are.
Especially when you're playing with new people.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, oh, what does this do? Oh, what does this do? And it just, I felt like it drug on too long.
Yeah.
Because people kept trying to get a lower and lower score.
Yes. And you can't even call the end of the round until you have done one exchange because you have 5.
Yep.
I do like that change. I wish you started with, I mean, you could probably just start with 5 cards in Cabo.
Yeah.
And then
just do that.
I would say I would probably house rule that and see how that goes.
That sounds right. I still just prefer golf.
Just
over
regular
it.
straight up golf. Yeah.
Mainly because I don't have to think at all while playing it. And so it lets me super just shit around while doing that. So
yeah. I do like golf.
Yeah.
But I do love Cabo. So yeah, Silver Bullet will come out later. I think they've said that it is a little more gamier in there. Maybe there is actual, like, werewolf mechanics in there or something.
That'll be weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what Silver Bullet's going to turn into, but Silver Amulet is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's 2 games I bought at Gen Con for myself.
Yes. What else do you have on the list?
Didn't play any more Final Hour.
No.
Looking forward to playing some more of that, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Cribbage.
I continue to my really nice board continues to be a curse onto me
because you keep losing playing on your fancy board.
Yes, I barely avoided a skunk the last time I played.
Oof.
So it's a really nice board, but I'm just like, oh god. And Rut-row indeed. I guess do you have anything else on our list?
No.
Okay. Legacy of Dragonholt.
Yeah.
We did play that as soon as we finished recording last week.
Yes, we did. Legacy of Steve Holt.
Yes. That one we had to sort of familiarize ourselves
with. How
to
play this, like, guided RPG system.
Yeah.
Of, like, reading and making choices and stuff like that. So we just sort of we played the intro and the first half of day 1 last time, which was who knows how long ago.
I want to say like November.
Yeah. And then we finished day 1 in this session. We sort of stumbled up. We probably didn't remember what we were supposed to do in some fashion.
That seems right.
We went to the, like, mansion, and then we went to a bar, and then we left, and it wasn't, like, the end of the day yet. So we went to another bar, which happened to trigger the end of, like, what we were wanting to actually do and moved the story along.
Yeah. Which I don't know if that's just how, like, that's one of the things I like about, like, so far, every time we've played this game, it seems like it's like we've stumbled onto like the right thing to do, but in a way that just felt organic.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm sure it's supposed to feel that way, but
like, did we know we were supposed to go to this particular tavern?
yeah, I don't
this
even
person?
know. I don't know.
I certainly don't remember.
I do not remember at all.
But go us.
Yes.
It's like not paying attention to your quest log and just showing up to to the place you were supposed to.
Yeah.
That actually happened to me in Fallout 3. It was like you were supposed to be hunting for your dad, and you had to go to the aircraft carrier place and go to some other place for clues or whatever. And I just stumbled upon the like weird cryo gas station that they were held in.
Oh, okay.
Just like I was just exploring, and I was like, oh, what's this gas station? Oh, there's like I found this trigger that lets me go into the basement. Oh, what are all these like cryo tubes? And then I went into the VR machine, and then it was like, oh, this is like, that's my dad. I guess I wasn't supposed to get here yet, but I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically what happened.
Yes. Yeah. But then we had to stop early, or we after day one, Wes was like,
We finished day one. It's a good stopping point.
I'm going to go be sick at my house.
Yeah. It was like 9:30.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So then day one of Legacy of Steve Holt is complete. Mm-hmm. Finally.
Yeah. Now we have the other days and then also all the other adventures we have to do.
Because we have done none of those yet. I had actually read something recently, I think it was on the board game subreddit, that people were asking if you could play Legacy of Dragonholt on like a car trip. And just have everyone else read everything and the driver just drive, because there's no real like
choices. I mean,
there's no real like, you don't have to interact with anything.
Yes.
It's just you just have the passengers read.
Yeah. Which I thought about us doing on our drive back, but didn't.
Yeah. But now we have Legacy of Dragonholt.
Yes. Now we'll see if it takes another 7 months to play.
Back on the burner. Just like Pandemic Legacy Season 2, which we got one game in the last couple months, and it went poorly.
Yeah. Ours is, I don't know how that's going to go.
Yeah. We had to relearn how to play Pandemic Legacy Season 2.
I'm sure. So is that anything else for games?
I think that's it.
Okay. Well, let's do that one thing that we mentioned earlier and talk about this.
Blood Bowl?
No. Do you have Blood Bowl?
Preseason started. I haven't played any preseason matches yet. There's a tournament coming up next Saturday.
Okay.
It's the Corpse season. It's going to have some special rules. I'm not sure what they are. Ant has them up all on the Facebook. Should be interesting. Registration's this Friday, so I got to make sure I register.
Yep.
Our registration went up a little more, but now we have like way cooler prizes and stuff.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Yeah. And I recovered my like ancient Fumble account, which is like the Java Blood Bowl system, like Java like programming. And it was from 2005, and so I got to see all of my sweet old Fumble teams, like my which I didn't remember exactly how ogres worked. Apparently, instead of being snotlings, which are like strength 1, titchy, like you breathe on them and they're dead.
Right.
They were goblins, which are good players comparatively. Like move 6, strength 2, edge 3, armor 7, dodge. They're like skinks, but slower. In the ogres, you could have like
up to 12?
Up to 12 ogres. You were limited to 6 goblins, but you could have 12 ogres.
That's ridiculous.
And they were cheaper. They used to be like 120K, and now they're like 140K or something like that. I haven't played ogres I've never played ogres, the team on the tabletop, so I don't remember what their old rules were.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But ogres used to be way better. They used to be crazy.
That's probably why they aren't now.
Now, way better than they are now.
Right.
I'm not saying they were ever a tier 1 team or anything, but they were more interesting, in my opinion. I saw my old crappy Norse team and dwarves and all the terrible skills I would give people. I think I gave my runners pass on my dwarf team. I don't know. I was 20. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're young and stupid.
Young and stupid.
Couldn't even legally drink beer, man.
No, the runners could pass to each other great though. But a lot of I had some other good skills on there though, like a lot of dodge and stuff on the dwarves. Yeah, they were okay. I ran way too many players on those old teams though. I looked at them and I was just like, why do I have 15 fucking dwarves on this team? Retire. Good times.
Yep. So I guess we do a little bit of like news stuff.
There's a smidge of news.
Yeah. So the first thing is we saw that you can do pre-orders for Clank Legacy.
Clank Legacy pre-orders are out. Everyone, that's hottest needing of Acquisitions Incorporated Legacy Clank game.
MSRP is $100.
$100 goddamn dollars for Clank Legacy.
That better come with like a literal ton of cards.
Yeah. Jeez. I know some pre-order sites were doing it for like 70, 75.
Yeah.
A lot of those are sold out already.
Not surprised. Yeah. I'm interested in it because I do like Clank.
I like Clank as well.
Yeah, but
it seems like a lot of people.
I'm gonna wait to see what people think of it. Before.
Yeah, wait and see.
Yeah,
and then it's gonna be the next Wingspan.
Exactly,
greatest game of all time.
Jamie Stegmaier or Stonemaier Games, I guess.
Stonemaier Games. Jamie Stegmaier.
Yeah, of Stonemaier Games.
Yes,
announced a new game too.
Tapestry. It's his like civilization building game.
It's 1 to 2 hours.
Not a lot of details on it yet. He's doing the usual that he's been doing the last couple game releases. He'll have like a Facebook group that people sign up for, and he'll kind of slowly trickle out information on that.
It seems like there's little bits of antiquity in this, which is Shut Up and Sit Down calls a misery simulator.
Okay.
And then Feast Road, and there's going to be a little bit of the polyomino action too.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the last like media emails that went out with him, I had put us down for unknown civilization building game, so that would be this one. So maybe we'll get a review copy of that floating around. I know Adrian played Euphoria.
Yes, he did.
With the expansion at this last game night as well.
And he said he got new, different agents or whatever they're called.
Followers
than we got it last time, and said that they played very differently. So that's good to hear.
Yeah. And he didn't have to relearn the game to play, so it played a lot faster.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Let's see. I guess one other thing, and this is Kickstarter technically, but the ultra tiny epic Galaxies is on Kickstarter right now.
Yes.
Which, do you have the ultra tiny epic kingdoms?
Yes, I do.
Have you played it at all?
No, I have not.
Have you played the original one?
Yes, I have.
Okay. You got it just to sort of say you had it?
It was cheap. It was like $10.
That's about how much this one is too.
I think it's $10 or $12. Mm-hmm. It seemed like a Tiny Epic Galaxy seems like a bigger game though.
Yes.
Like what the Tiny Epic Kingdoms was just like a deck of cards.
Mm-hmm.
So
it looks like the box is. I don't know how big was the Ultra Tiny Epic Kingdoms box.
A deck of cards.
Okay, this one is slightly bigger than that.
Yeah,
but still a lot smaller. I feel like it was half the size as the regular Galaxies box.
Yeah.
So, because it looks like it has very small dice in it, and then very, very small play mats and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but it seems the cards themselves aren't too different.
No, I mean, from everything I had seen, it was a very faithful transition to the ultra tiny epic category.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's only like $10 or $12.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems more of like a little, I don't know, stocking stuffer than an actual thing that you would want. I did see some people really enjoyed it for travel. Like if they travel a ton, you can get actually like a fairly weighty game in that small size.
Yeah.
If you had were super limited on space, like bringing tiny epic galaxies in the 2 card deck size would not be the worst option that you could do.
No, but then when you try and play it on the regular tiny epic galaxies,
it's more for when you get to wherever you're going to play, not on the airplane.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Its footprint is pretty sizable considering
that's where the epic comes in.
Exactly. And so it looks like this Ultra one's just trying to shrink that down even more.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I guess last up on Kickstarter, I guess we should plug our sponsor a little bit. I'm not sure if they're technically sponsoring this or not.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
On this weird Wednesday episode.
Yeah.
We could technically call it a sponsored episode.
Okay, yeah. All right. So
I'm sure they would want us to plug After the Empire. After the Empire is their new Kickstarter starting as this hits your ear holes. It has been going for about 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah.
Launching this Tuesday. It is a tower defense medieval board game. It's going to have a really cool 3D castle.
That's cool.
I will now show this picture to Zach so he knows what I'm talking about.
That is indeed what you were talking about.
Yeah.
It's a build a castle fit for your reign and defend it with your life and After the Empire.
Yes. Yeah, so probably much more details on that coming probably next week after this Kickstarter launches.
Yep.
But Alex has told us little details about what it was going on. I mean, I'm always on for cooperative tower defense sort of games. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. After the Empire. Come to a Kickstarter now. Get it
tomorrow?
Now.
Tomorrow?
Now. When they hear it, it's going to be now.
Okay. When does it come out? On Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then yes, now.
Now.
I thought you said Thursday.
No, Tuesday. Hot into the ear holes.
Yep.
But that's all I know. And there's some art.
Yes, there is.
Gray Fox Games, quality games, cleverly crafted.
You can say that at the end of the episode. It'll be fine.
That's fine.
We'll just be like, hey, look into that game we just said.
Yeah.
So any other Kickstarter things you saw?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, God. There was more. Have we talked about, the Golden Bell, shipping shit that has been going on? Another game was Napoleon something.
1807, I think? Yeah.
Was using them, and now, the game was $70 with an estimated, $10 to $20 on shipping for the U.S., and now people are paying upwards of $45.
Fuck that.
To get their game now with shipping. So they're paying 50% of the price they paid just to ship the game.
What is this, Klask 4-player?
No, that was 100% of the price, by the way. So another Kickstarter is getting a lot of flack for just exorbitant shipping prices.
Gotcha.
Just right when the game's done, it's going to be shipping. All right, give us 50% of the price, or you're not going to get your game, I guess. Which sucks.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend everyone look into the Kickstarters that they are kickstarting, and if the people kickstart running the Kickstarter are going to be using this Golden Bell. Is that, I think, the name of the shipping company? Don't back it. Don't do anything.
Don't do it.
I think there was another one. Unbroken, I think, is the one that I had seen some issues on previously from the same shipping company with exorbitant shipping prices.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about where my Kickstarters are getting shipped through. Yeah. But I mean, they're still, the shipping is just out of whack. People that are close to where the shipping center is, on Long Island, are paying $45.
Yeah, it's
when it
ridiculous.
shouldn't be $45.
No.
It's centered, and it's got really good European shipping, and people are still paying crazy prices. because it's actually from France. So
Gotcha.
yeah, good times.
Yes. All right. Well, let's do some listener feedback then too.
Yes.
We'll do some now, but we'll leave some for Adrian next week as well.
Yeah.
So, especially ones that make Jeff pronounce a lot of things. So you have to wait one more week, Kaiser. Sorry.
It's fine.
But what's first up, Jeff?
Emails at milehighgameguys.com. This first email comes from Matt. Titled "Sad Geoff Experience."
I mean, I think it's supposed to be just Jeff.
I mean, it says G-O-P-P here.
Well, P can be F.
He says, May mentioned in Slack you were sad that no one had sent you an email. I think this was from the last time we recorded in the studio.
Yes.
So here you are. I haven't listened to the episode, but I assume May is correct. He just heard the call and answered like everyone else should.
Yes.
Cheer up. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
just lose them. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Don't have dreams, then they won't fail.
Exactly.
God damn it. I created a game for you all. Aussie slang versus hockey slang. Can you try to guess what is Aussie slang? What is an Aussie slang / phrase or hockey slang / phrase? Bonus if you guess the meaning. I will award all points based on whatever is correct, mostly correct, and incorrect, but hilarious. 1. Sauce me that biscuit.
I'm going to say that is hockey, and that's just passing a puck.
I am going to agree with that.
Yeah.
I may be starting with an easy one.
Yeah.
But maybe it's wrong. I don't know. We won't know. Gotta blow out on me double pluggers.
I am now no idea.
Gotta blow out on me double pluggers.
I want to say that's Aussie.
It's probably Aussie slang, but I don't know what a double... Oh, you know what? I bet it's when your thong breaks.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Gotta blow out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and thong is flip-flops for everyone else here in the Americas.
We're not talking about the thongs that we're wearing. We're talking about...
No. That's just our recording thongs.
Yeah.
Get me a cold one.
I want to say that's hockey.
Yeah, maybe that's hockey. I mean, normally it's just give me beer.
Yeah.
Maybe that is hockey related because you're giving me a beer because I'm watching hockey. Maybe that one's just really easy.
Yeah, maybe.
Got to come up with harder ones here, man. That's just passing me a beer.
Or it's so hard that we think it's easy and we are just wrong.
I ain't here to fuck spiders.
I got to say that's Aussie because fuck spiders in Australia.
There's apparently some bad things in Australia, creatures.
Yes.
That will kill you.
Yeah. And I'm not here to fuck with them.
No.
I'm not going to be near spiders.
Correct. They're going to be near you.
Yeah.
Check out they lip lettuce. Check out they lip
like
lettuce.
Like a cut lip in hockey, maybe?
Maybe. Check out the lip lettuce.
I don't know. Or is that like a mustache?
Maybe. But, I mean, hockey guys have mustaches,
They have
too.
beards, usually.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to guess Aussie slang for mustache.
Okay, I will go with you.
Yeah. Flat out like a lizard drinking. Maybe that's when people are going really fast on the ice because the lizard needs to go really fast to get the drink before the hawk just snatches it up and eats it.
Maybe.
Got to get your drink and get out of there.
Yeah. Like a lizard drinking.
Means going really fast, I guess.
Yeah.
Going coast to coast.
Okay, so that could either be
passing the puck
like from one side to the other
without going off sides or icing.
Yes. Or I mean, I feel like it'd be too easy to be like because the parts of livable Australia are pretty much just the coast.
About 5 meters away from water.
Yeah, more or less. So it could be from flying from like Perth to Sydney or something like that.
Okay.
But I feel like it's hockey.
I don't think I could name a city on the west coast of Australia.
Perth. That's the only one I know.
I can only assume.
Yes.
Bunch of benders. Bunch of benders. Got to say them in Australian.
Bunch of... I don't know. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, that one's a bunch of benders. Maybe that's just when they go out drinking and then they just drink all week. They went on a bunch of benders.
I feel like that's not it.
Well, it's too easy.
Yeah.
Went to the servo to get a pack of ciggies when I saw Baza and thought, Struth, he looks like dog's breakfast. It's got to be Australian.
Yeah, you went to, let's see, you went to like a convenience store.
Bought some cigarettes.
When I saw Baza.
I assume
Baza.
that's the nickname of some person?
Yeah, I thought he looks like a dog's breakfast. Is it ugly? You saw an ugly person?
Yeah.
Or someone who just looks like like they look like they feel like shit sort of thing?
Been there on New Year's.
Yeah, right?
Slang.
Yeah.
Slang for looking at an ugly person at the convenience store.
Named Baza.
Yes.
Baza.
All the best, Ultra Supreme President of Australia, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Yes. I've learned so much about Australia and or maybe hockey. This next email comes from Morton from Norway.
That's a new country for us.
That's a new country, and I know that Norway is part of Scandinavia.
Yes.
And is a Nordic country.
And that it's not Denmark, we know that, or the Netherlands.
Correct. Nor is it Sweden.
Yep.
But it is part of Scandinavia.
Yeah.
And is definitely not Finland.
Correct.
Which is not part of Scandinavia.
Correct. But is a Nordic country.
That's your preview for Andrew's email next week. He says, "Hi, Muay Thai Game G's."
Wait, you got to read the title of it.
Oh, the title. The title, which is Dear MIBGs. Hi, Muay Thai Game G's. I'm Morton from Norway. Born again, board gamer, and Viking. Yeah. I hope my English writing is good to read with your sore and bantered lips. I've recently caught up with your episodes and even wrecked my right ear listening to episode 1 and 2.
I'm sorry.
There's static every time I listen to podcasts on my phone. Thanks a lot. Joke's on me. I always tell people I wrecked it listening to Norwegian black metal to keep up appearances. Shit almost wrote a pancreas. What is pancreas? Is it grease left over from making pancreas? Is it pancreas?
Pancreas. Like pancreas.
Pancreas.
Yeah.
Is it grease left over from making pancakes? Why would you make up a word for that? Norwegian black metal is pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
You are by far the most Norwegian-sounding board game podcast there is. I have no idea why that's true. In both banter, humor, talks of hiking in the mountains, and group chemistry. You really know shit about games, and your enthusiasm really shines through. Well, we put up that act very well.
Yes.
It's all scripted.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for keeping the script today, Zach.
You're welcome.
I know you wrote that Fast and Furious bit.
Oh, yeah.
You spent a lot of time on that.
I did, yeah.
And then you made it sound natural.
Yeah, it's what I do.
In the beginning, I thought you were a 3-man club engaged in mile-high sex antics.
Who says we aren't? We can have other hobbies, okay?
Yeah. But you are not on air.
Yeah.
Mile High City is the nickname for Denver, right? Right? That's true.
Yeah.
It's the Mile High City.
It is.
Someone made that joke at Gen Con, I think, about us being Mile High Club.
Something like that.
Yeah, someone made a bad joke at Gen Con. Anyway,
Wouldn't be the first, wouldn't be the last.
Nope. Anyway, I really enjoy your podcast and it is the only one I listen to. Even my girlfriend listened to you now. she's the one that gave me this MTD 2 years ago because we play Epic Spell Wars. We call it MTD, Magically Transmitted Disease. Now I visit Board Game Geek and game retail sites every day. Jeebus. I would never have thunk that just 2 years ago, and I love it. We have since started amassing a fine selection of games we enjoy, and the wish list on BGG is always chock full. Playing Mansions of Madness or Fallout with alternative victory scoring really scratches that newfound itch. Sometimes we even put on an episode as we go to bed. It's great listening to you guys blabbering on while we go to sleep for the night. Your warm and enthused voices bludgeoning us into a peaceful slumber. Thank you.
Yes,
that's the best compliment I've had.
Yeah.
As I have praised you enough, maybe I can ask you a couple of questions. What games do you think could be fixed using home rules / alternative scoring? Do you do any of that? Or are those type of gamers rogues and outcasts living in the wild and frowned upon by the posh, pure gamers?
I feel like a lot of I don't know if I have very many alternate scoring ones, but there are definitely a lot of more casual games where I just don't give a shit about the scoring.
Yeah.
Like when we played Cards Against Humanity, it was always just until we felt like not playing anymore.
Yes.
And with, what is it? Telestrations. We're not scoring that at all. It's really just see what wild shit we come up with.
I think Hammerhead Shark something turned into 9/11.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I know. I see it.
Yeah.
You weren't wrong. Yeah.
I follow the through line. It makes sense.
We got there.
Context.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to hear that Fallout has an alternate victory condition.
Yeah.
Or
alternate scoring.
Yeah, because I've heard that one is shitty.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have the game and we even have the expansion. I know I think it's you and me are going to have to try it. We're not going to unless we can somehow convince Adrian to play it, we're never going to.
Yeah. I've been thinking of bringing it out solo fairly recently just to be like, I want to learn how to play this. And I heard it's best at solo anyways. But like home rule wise, it would be stuff like bringing like the 5-card thing into Cabo and seeing how that works.
Tales of the Arabian Nights. I had a lot of those to make that game so other people could stand the game.
Yeah.
Really, it just came down to a lot of these rules are just sort of hampering my fun, and it's not a serious game, so let's just play it to have the most fun.
Yeah, because I think in even like Kingdom Death, we don't really do anything home rule wise.
No, I mean we have like very very few ones, like once every 5 years being able to be like, let's just redraw,
like do a
reroll
on a settlement event.
Yes,
yeah,
because there are a couple that are and like one is just taken out, I think.
Yeah. A couple of them are just extremely brutal.
Yeah.
And it's just like your hunting party comes back, your top person's dead, and then the number 2 person is dead.
Yeah.
You lost half your hunting party just coming back home.
Yeah, right.
Those ones are not great.
Yeah. Or there's I know like Paul and some other people may take a couple cards out of Terraforming Mars.
Yeah, like the really harsh interactive ones, the sabotage.
Yeah, where you don't really gain anything; it's just someone losing something.
Yeah.
But nothing super different.
No.
Yeah.
So they are indeed rogues and outcasts, and we are pure and posh. It's the new Spice Girls.
Yes, it is.
Yes. He continues. Will we ever see you on YouTube playing Mansions of Madness? Will there even be mentions of madness? All hail the neat ones?
Not sure what that means.
Great ones?
Great ones.
Probably great ones.
Probably.
Like
great
us.
old ones. Old great ones, whatever.
Maybe he's just talking about how great we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I don't think there's any reason we wouldn't.
No. I expect we technically have a big old screen. Like a big TV that's going to be right next to the
30-something inch TV at the end of the table.
Yeah, and so I'm sure we can stream to that.
Because the PC will be running to it, and there is a PC version of the app that you use to play Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition.
Yeah.
So I can see that very much happening.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, I have everything except the DLC like scenarios, which if we end up doing that on there, we'd probably grab. So you should definitely see that at some point.
Yes. Love your show. Wish you fortune in all your endeavors, even Blood Bowl. Yuck. Best regards, Morton. From Norway.
Yeah, I do like that it then lists where he is in Norway, and it's like, that
looks like a European ass address.
Yes, it does.
And then your weird lotto number phone number.
Pretty much, yeah.
4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Just dial it in your phone.
Yep.
You'll get someone.
You'll get somebody, all right.
That's it for emails at milehighgameguys.com. If you would like to send us an email.
Yes, it is.
We'll learn more about Norway and Scandinavia next week.
Yes, we will. Because we were talking and Kaiser got annoyed at us enough to send us an email, which is one of the best ways for someone to send us an email, because we I love it when someone's like, your fuckers are wrong, and here's why you're wrong.
Yeah. Here's a visual aid.
Yes. So we have a couple Board Game Geeks as well.
Okay.
That is
Guild number 2731.
correct. Let's see.
I hear Adrian say it enough that I've remembered it.
Right?
I guess I should join the guild at some point.
You are in the guild. All right, these ones are from the Gen Con daily episodes that we put out. This one is from Josh. Looking forward to the Sun King beer tapping party Wednesday night, which we went to.
Yes.
And the line was crazy.
Yes, it was.
Because how they changed stuff. So.
Yeah, the line was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I think on the next days they had both the tables in one area, and then the next day they split them to like a left and a right into two different tents, so that helped things.
Yeah. Looking forward to checking out City of the Big Shoulders, Mystery House, Mechanica, and my dark horse for Game of the Con. Welcome to Dino World. We didn't check out any of those.
No, didn't. I wanted to stop by.
I've played Welcome to Dino World already, so people should know my opinions on that.
Yeah,
which I like it. So.
Didn't stop by Deepwater.
Yep.
I was on my mind at one point, and that just got. There's so much. It's hard.
Yeah. And then would love to swap badge ribbons with you, which we didn't.
Nope.
And if I see you guys somewhere, which you probably didn't.
Nope.
Would be happy to buy you a round of beers. We remained round of beers bought.
Yes.
Cheers, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, Josh. In retrospect.
Yeah. You got a shout out on the show.
Yeah. Next one's from Phil, just saying have a great time at Gen Con.
We did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next one is from Morton.
Ooh.
Oh, our Norwegian friend.
Yes.
Could you check out Epic Spell Wars Annihilageddon?
I think I saw the booth for that, but I didn't get into there at all.
Yeah. I unfortunately didn't see this until...
I haven't played any of the Epic Spell Wars.
I played the first one, and it was interesting, but it's a little...
It's popular.
Yeah, and it's like over the top, but like in a
board game way.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Is it that much different than the other versions? No idea, unfortunately.
I'm going to say yes.
Yes, it's totally different.
If you're a fan of the previous ones, you should buy this one.
And I hope you get to play Mountains and Terror Below. I saw Mountains. I saw like you could buy Mountains.
What was Mountains?
It's like a 3D mountain terrain one, but it was like $80 you could buy from Cool Stuff.
Oh, was that a Kickstarter?
I think so, yeah.
I think we covered that on Kickstarter because I remember walking by that, and you can like actually like climb up the sides, and it's like different terrain types on the side of the mountains and stuff. Yeah. And then we got waved off Terror Below by Nick because Nick said it was like meh. And the demo lines were always huge anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And we did Architects of the West Kingdom, which was awesome anyways.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem with like a lot of games that are like coming out there that are popular. You're like, well, it's going to be hard to fucking test that shit out. So.
Unless you're first in line with the running of the nerds every day.
Yep.
And then, even then, there's so many people in front of you that it's just like everything's going to be full anyways by the time you get there.
Yeah. May says the dice are great. We gave her some dice.
Yes.
I'm assuming that's what she means.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I'm going to impose that's what our dice are great.
They have done well in Blood Bowl.
Yes. I'm especially interested in hearing about FFG stuff, but you were probably going to talk about that anyway, which we did.
Yep.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We only did it because of you.
And last up is Stefan.
Sure.
Yeah. I missed Adrian saying, fuck that. I would totally run over the white supremacists with tiki torches.
I think that's our option.
I forget I don't know what that
Trial
reference.
by trolley.
Yes.
On their like board thing, it was
Uh-huh.
basically Nickelback or Tiki Torch.
Oh.
Dude in a white shirt holding a tiki torch.
Oh, nice.
And I would probably also save Nickelback.
Yeah, I would save Nickelback as well.
Yeah.
And then we have one from our episode 153 and our expansions of Euphoria and A Feast for Odin. That was a great episode. Really enjoyed hearing your thoughts pre and post expansion. I think what you did worked well, so it would be good to hear more episodes like this one. Maybe next time expansions you didn't think were needed, if there is such a thing.
I believe there is. There is definitely a lot of that.
Yeah.
I mean, Arkham Horror would definitely, the new Arkham Horror expansion, it's definitely needed.
Yeah.
But it's not going to add much.
Yeah. But that we didn't think were needed.
Yeah. Unnecessary expansions.
I mean, any of the Race for the Galaxy expansions after the first one.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't you dare talk that. Don't talk shit about Before the Storm or.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Maybe some Terraforming Mars expansions.
Yeah.
Maybe the first one. At this point,
No, but technically be the second one because the first one was the
board expansion.
Yeah.
That's true. But yeah, there's some other stuff like Runebound 3rd Edition has that cooperative expansion that came out for it.
Yeah.
I was thinking that one is like an expands because I think we did review 3rd Edition Runebound at one point.
No, we have not done that one.
Well, now we can review both. But it seems like that one was super good and totally out of print, and you can't get it anymore.
Sounds like a great thing to review.
Yeah. This thing you can't get anymore.
Yep.
You can get base game, though. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it for BGG.
Yeah.
Once again, that's Guild
2731.
Yes, it is. Anything else that we want to do, or we want to start our end of show shit?
I think that's it. Sure.
All right. Well, first off, Jeff, how can they reach us?
Emails at milehighgameguys.com.
That is correct. And on Twitter, you can reach us and Adrian at MHGameGuys. And I am Zach_MHGG.
I'm Jeff_MHGG.
I remembered it this time.
Yeah.
We have our board game guild.
2731.
Yep. We have Facebook. We have Instagram.
Mile High Game Guys.
Yeah. We've got a website.
MileHighGameGuys.com.
We've got a Patreon too.
/Mile High Game Guys.
Where if you like what we're doing and like what we're gonna do,
give us $1 and I'll call you a real piece of shit.
Yeah. Amongst other things too.
But your Patreon money has made us do this because we're rebuilding the studio to do video. So
yes.
You've done this to yourselves.
Yes, you have. And as always, on these Wednesday episodes that we call Wednesday episodes, they're sponsored by Gray Fox Games.
Gray Fox Games.
Yeah.
They got that new Kickstarter.
That one we talked about.
After the Empire.
Yeah.
It's out now. Go look at it. It's got a cool castle. I'm sure we'll know more about it
after the fact.
Let's say tomorrow.
Yes.
But Gray Fox Games, quality games, cleverly crafted. They paid me in bags to say this.
Yes, they did. Do you have a quote?
Not offhand,
Okay.
and my phone's dead, so.
Okay. Here's your quote. Get a better phone.
I replaced the battery.
Well, how's that going for you?
I mean, I know a couple quotes off the top of my head, like war has changed. That's a good quote.
Oh, yeah.
That's a riff off the Fallout. War never changes.
Well, there we go.
There you go. Kojima's got that new game coming out.
Yeah.
I'm real excited.
I don't know if we're going to have anything on Friday. Adrian mentioned something to us, but I'm not going to say it. So
we're going to attempt to, I'm not sure when, but we will try to do some like Patreon only streams to do some tests and things. So I mean, if you want to get on some of these hot early nightmare streams,
see our shower of a playroom.
Yes, get in the shower.
Yep.
Mile High Game Guys, welcome to the showers, where we shower you with wonderful board game video footage.
Yes,
but maybe we'll start testing by Friday.
Maybe.
He had a trip down to IKEA today.
Yeah, which barely didn't fit. So
I just don't. What barely didn't like? Is it like
it's Galaxies?
Is it balancing on?
No. So he got two of them,
Uh-huh.
and so one of them like fit snugly, but then technically because like the corners are a little raised on the wall.
I didn't know exactly what I was looking at.
Yeah,
so
I did.
Okay, he got tan Galaxies.
That is a choice.
Okay. Like what you have.
Yes. I don't remember. I don't know if they make that color anymore.
I don't know either. We may never know.
No. So that's we've already lost half the battle then, man.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, that's it. So
That's it. We're done here.
We're done here. You may hear from us on Friday. I don't know. We'll
Or you
see.
might not.
Or you might not.
And then we'll just see you next week.
Yeah. We only promised this. So, and this is what you got.
You at least got something.
Yeah, at least you got something.
Yeah.
This is for you, Boyd. I know you just need anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people need to go to sleep at night. How can
Exactly.
they sleep at night without hot Mile High Game Guys action in their ear holes?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But as usual, I am still Zach.
And I'm Student Jeff.
Bye.
Bye.
Punchboard Media, where we all
bring something
to the table.
pull up a chair
At punchboardmedia.com.